If I traded it all.
So welcome back, everyone. My next guest, I love my next guest. He's been on with me for over 5 years. I have Doc, and he's the owner of Hypnotic One. And Doc has been with us a long time because you have helped a lot of people out there. And I want to welcome you back to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about you and what we should talk about today.
Well, thanks, Carol. It's always great coming on your show. It's very uplifting, and I get a lot of great people from your show. And you know what? Now they're starting to hear me once or twice the maximum, and they're starting to give me calls because they're excited about changing in their life. And I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist, and hypnosis and the therapy is not just for bad habits or addictions or like that. It's to help people become in control of their life instead of being controlled by life and life situations.
Well, there's a lot of people that you've helped out there. I know throughout the years, there's doctors that have called through here that have said, you know what, maybe you can help my patient. You have been doing this for over 30 years. You've done self-hypnosis for your own self, and you've also taught it to many people. So I would like to say that today, one of the things that I want to talk about too is for people out there that are in business that don't realize. We just had somebody that was sitting here talking to you that met you today during the, we were sitting here hanging out at the show, and he's like, I had done that when I was younger. I had gone in and I had just learned about it, and he was fascinated about how well it worked. Go ahead.
And that's it. It's we're not taught to be entrepreneurs in this country. We're not taught to be positive. We're taught to be really negative and not do things. And what I do is teach people in a very rapid way so that they are in control of their life. Like I said earlier, instead of being controlled by old habits or addictions or things like that, or what their parents taught them. Otherwise, it doesn't matter if you're 5 years old or 95 years old. You can always learn something that's going to benefit you.
Hypnosis is probably one of the best things that I had something inner, deep inside of me. And I know there's a lot of people, everybody who has any type of issues, and we all do, that's coming from somewhere.
And, 90% of therapy is going to be in a therapist's office, not mine. You're going to be in there maybe 5% of the time, and 95% of the time you're going to be sleeping at home listening to a CD.
Well, when I've been to your office, I love your office. You have tons of programs, and you've written these programs. They're customized programs to meet people's needs.
And that's it. I don't take anybody else's program and try to rehash it around like most of your hypnotists out there. And most of the hypnotists out there don't even have an office, and most of them don't have CD, and they just try to talk you through things. That's not what I do. And I've worked with probably everything under the sun, every habit, addiction, fears, and phobias. I don't care if it's fear of driving, fear of flying, fear of heights. It doesn't matter what it is. Sometimes athletes come to me when they can't play anymore. I mean, they're just not in the zone anymore, and they started getting in the zone.
You had a gambler that came to you that said that they wanted to be a better gambler.
That's it. I've got a program made out to stop gambling and be free of it, and he brought it back. I just didn't understand it. He didn't tell me exactly what he wanted. And when he brought the program back to me for his first session, he says, Doc, I think you got the wrong impression. I don't want to quit gambling. I want to be a better gambler. Can you do that with me? I said, sure.
Wow. So again, listen to what Doc does for everybody. First of all, he gives you a free 30 to 60 minute consultation that comes along with a CD, which is a customized program to meet your needs. He won't let you fail. This is a lifetime guarantee, and it's a 98% success rate. What we're going to do is we're going to have you call him. He likes everyone to call him direct so that he can leave your message there, and he can call you after the show and talk to you about what your issue is, and then we can find out whether he can help you or not. So you can call him at 602-547-0446. You can check him out. It's hypnotic1.com.
And this year's been kind of unique in, that I've already had 7 people call me from that I worked with before over the years. It's not to get a tune-up on their lifetime guarantee. It's something else went wrong. So they all of a sudden said, hey, you know what? Got to call Doc. So they called. And most all of them, I'll work with them. If it's closely related to what they had, I'll work with them for free. And even sometimes if it's not related, I'll work with them for free because I just love to see people become successful.
Right. Then this is what this is all about. We have said it many, many times with you being on the show now lately. It's, I don't know, maybe a year or so that I I read that book. But it is, if you want to walk on water, you got to get out of the boat. And this is something that I feel that everybody should just call. It's a free consultation. Find out what it is that's irking you. Maybe it is something that's you or your significant other. It could be the children. Everybody's got something to be angry about today, it seems like.
And everybody seems like they're bored throughout the day, sometime or other. Well, if you're bored, why don't you pick up the phone, come in for a free consultation. I guarantee you won't be bored when you come in. And it's a very relaxed, laid-back atmosphere. I explain what I can do and what I can't do. I explain everything, and I educate you about hypnosis. And all of a sudden, most people get very excited. Because when they come in, it's, a little bit apprehensive. But after I explain it to them, they're excited. And if they come in by themselves, they go home and get their wife and come back and bring her in or bring their husband in so that they hear it too.
Well, and again, if you want to help the children out there too, be a good example. Get the whatever issues that you're dealing with, get those taken care of, and guess what? The whole family gets taken care of.
Be a winner. Be a mentor. Be a leader instead of always wishing or wanting and hoping and praying for things to happen good to you. Just do it. Just
take control of your life. That's what this is all about. So give him a call. The number is 602-547-0446. You can check him out. It's hypnotic1.com.
If everybody out there would just get a pencil and paper and write down something that they'd like to have, or imagine that you wouldn't fail. If you did something and you wouldn't fail at it, wonder what you'd do. And all of a sudden, I get you to thinking. And all of a sudden, you start thinking in the positive instead of in the negative.
What about those habits that people have? A lot of people, we know that it's obviously for the weight gain, the smoking, alcohol, gambling, and all of that. But there's so many other things that you can do.
Oh, hair pulling, hair twisting, cutting, picking, scratching, relationships. I really love it when I work with people on relationships. It's just fantastic. I've worked with some ex-cons that got them out of that con attitude and started them back on the real true path of doing something good in their life.
Now, you can call him direct because he's here on the air with us. So the number is 602-547-0446. It's hypnotic, the number 1.com. Doing this for over 40 years. He's got a 98% success rate.
Don't make me too old. That's over 30 years.
Did I say 40? Why did I say that? I don't even know why. It says 30 here. So 98% success rate. He's got a free 30 to 60 minutes consultation that you're going to get. It comes along with a CD. Tell them about the CD and what they get.
The CD just shows you, and you take it home with you. You just play it as much as you want to. It puts you into a very light hypnotic state that you go from hypnosis into natural sleep, but all of a sudden you wake up about 30 minutes later sometimes and you feel like you've had a 3-hour sleep.
Well, I'll tell you something. If you think that you cannot get hypnotized, you can. If you think this is a hokey thing, it's not. I think that it's really important that people kind of get an idea of what this really truly is, because there's so many people, we even said it before, that they hear you and they don't make that call and they finally make it. It could be even 4 years and they finally make the call and they say the same thing every time. And what is that?
I don't know what took me so long. I got to be successful in just 1 to 2 sessions with you, and I don't know what took me so long to get in here, but I'm glad I met you.
Right. And again, we've got the lines open for you to call him directly there at 602-547-0446. Leave a message. He's on the air right now. Tell him what your issue is. If it's you, maybe it's your family member, your son or daughter, I plead with those people out there to help them.
And most people come in and tell me their problem, and their problem is really not their problem. That's a symptom. We go back and find the real problem, the underlying problem, and get rid of that, and all of a sudden the symptoms disappear. And one underlying problem that might have been put in there when you was a very young child can have 10, 20 different symptoms. Otherwise, it might be causing you to procrastinate. It might cause you to feel very negative or fail at different things, or even think that you have a disease and you don't.
Well, we're all depressed out there. We certainly are. Otherwise,
No, we're not all depressed.
a lot of people are depressed. Well, maybe not you. I'll tell you that much. I know about you.
I wake up 364 days a year very positive, and there's always a negative person out there that says, what about that 365th day? I says, I wake up with a choice, and then I think about it, and I says, I'll be positive today anyway.
Well, you can call them at 602-547-0446. The website is hypnotic1.com. You're going to get a free 30 to 60-minute consultation that comes along with a CD. It's a customized program to meet your need. He will not let you fail. It's a lifetime guarantee. Call him right now at 602-547-0446.
For trading it all.
So, for your procrastinators out there, and there's a lot of you out there, you just said there's sometimes the people that listen to you for at least a year sometimes, and they finally call you.
Yeah, I don't know what we're saying now, but I tell you what, they're calling on the first time, and it's great because they're coming in and they're very happy. And I tell them about the ones that have heard me 2, 3, 4 years, and they says, I can't believe they've waited that long.
Right.
I says, they can't either.
Well, here's the thing. It's a wonderful thing to do. This is, if it's not you, maybe it's someone that you know. It's a customized program that meets your needs. You're getting a free 30 to 60-minute consultation. It comes along with a CD. And you tell everybody what you mean by you won't let them fail and what your lifetime guarantee is.
Well, the thing is most therapists charge you per session, so they really don't have a driving goal to get you over what you got. I don't charge you per session. Once I say this is how much it is, you can have as many as you want. So it's really behooving me to get you healed or cured, and I hate to use those two words, but over your obstacle, I should say, very quickly. And I don't push you, but I'll nudge you so that you automatically start doing the things you need to do and have to do, but now you started wanting to do them.
So you tell them that they will not fail.
That's it. How can you fail when you got a coach and a trainer and a professor that's teaching you exactly what you need to do, and a coach and a trainer getting you to do the things, and I'm your teammate. I'm coaching you on. I'm your teammate. I don't let you fail.
And so you can call him direct. He likes you to call him direct and leave a message. The number is 602-547-0446. You could check him out. It's hypnotic1.com.
I've had people come into my office that wanted to make more money. And some of them was already making $150,000 a year. They want to make more money. We got them to do that. Some of them was only making $35,000 and $40,000. We got them to almost triple their amount of money. We got some that couldn't communicate with their spouse or with their other half or with their kids, and all of a sudden now the communication is getting really good. So there's always something that we can improve in our life. But if somebody doesn't teach you how to do it, then how are you going to ever do it? Because you don't know what you don't know. Start thinking outside of the box. In fact, I tell people I don't even have a box. I don't think in that box like most people. I'm always looking for a solution for every situation.
Well, again, we want everybody to call him direct and leave that message there. Like I said, he's on the air right now, so can talk to him right after the show, 602-547-0446, and check him out. It's hypnotic1.com.
Instead of trying to take a pill or some kind of drug to suppress those feelings or pains or angers or whatever it is, why not let's just get rid of them? And that's the thing, because most people are on some kind of pill out there. The average person that's 65 years old is on about 10 different medications a day, and that's sad. My mother at 84 was on 12 medications and 220 pounds and about 5 foot nothing, and with 6 months of living with me, I got her off all the medications except one. And I got her down to 176 pounds and did not put her on a diet, and that was within 6 months.
You know, Doc, there's so many things. We've done this before, but I'd really like to talk also a little bit about the children. I know we've done this before, but it's important to me because I think that the kids are really, they're crying out.
They are, and the parents feel so helpless a lot of times, and really the grandparents, because sometimes the grandparents are around them more than the parents, because parents are out working and they're doing things and they're very busy. And sometimes they don't see, because they don't have the time to see all the problems that child is having. But all of a sudden, when they bring the child in, they all of a sudden start changing.
So really, you can help anyone from a young age to the older age.
It's just like reprogramming a computer, because your mind is an electrochemical organic computer, and we kind of program it differently. So you all of a sudden start looking for the positive. You look to how to have a solution for every situation, and you go for it. You feel excited.
Right. When someone comes to you, what is the kind of like step-by-step, because everybody wants to know, how long is it going to take me? That's really what they want to know.
They want to know, how long is it going to take me? How many sessions are going to be? How much is every session? I said, really, that'd be like calling a mechanic and asking how much it's going to cost you to fix your car, and he can't see it. Mm-hmm. So all I do is set them up with a free consultation, so I educate them on that first interview, so that they understand what hypnosis really is and what it's not. I don't have that magic wand, but a lot of people think that it feels like a magic wand's happened because the rapid results that they've had. I've had people that come to me that was on AA for 15 to 20 years, and some of them was going to 1 and 2 meetings a day. And all of a sudden, we got them off all that, where that they was in control of their life. And their wife even called me up. The one man's wife called me up. She says, Doc, she says, you give me back my husband, because now he's with me. He's not always at a meeting. He's not always preaching about it. He's really enjoying life, and he's not back on the alcohol. He's not on the drugs. He's not on anything like that. He's a free man now.
Well, you had somebody that you brought in here that you helped, this woman who was having anger from going through menopause or something like that. She was an angry person, but then her daughter had come to you first, and then she ended up saying, you know what, I think I should go for me now, and you end up doing the whole family.
That's it. And it comes in different spurts, but I work with a lot of women that's on menopause. Instead of having them mood swings, it's like bipolar. No, you don't have to have those. All of a sudden, the mood swings lessen and lessen. The hot flashes start to dissipate and disappear. You all of a sudden take control of your body and mind, and it's not trying to. You just do it.
Well, there's a lot of people that you've helped. Even the people that are sitting here in the station, a lot of people go to work with you. They're they're like, and of course, we do have people that say, well, I don't know, but then they call you and they say, Carol, I need Doc's number.
And that's it. About half the people on your show that's ever run into me become my client. And when people come in, like I say, for their interview, if they've never met me, they come in. They're a little apprehensive at first, but all of a sudden they start to relax because they find out that it's a very relaxed atmosphere. And I just tell them a matter of fact. I don't use big clinical terminology and everything else.
You use different modalities, too.
Yeah. And I show them a couple film clips of showing actual clients that go through this that have been successful. And we have a 98% success rate. So what's the big deal about coming in? It's taking a person out of their comfort zone. But all of a sudden, now that their comfort zone becomes the winning zone. And it's really cool.
We've been saying it. If you want to walk on water, you've got to get out of the boat. Let's be examples to our children, our family members, whoever it is. And let's feel better about ourselves. I mean, it's the whole world seems to be angry these days.
And once you start doing the things that we need to do, all of a sudden it's like looking through a telescope and focusing in. You now see what you really have in life. And it's so much easier instead of being in a fog all the time. I love to work with our vets. Now, if you know a vet out there that's got PTSD, or anybody that's got PTSD, send them in. That is so simple. If you know if somebody has migraine headaches, send them in. Migraine headaches go away within 1 to 2 sessions. It is phenomenal what your mind can do.
There's a lot of things that you can do for people. Go ahead and mention some more.
Oh, there's anger management. Is somebody angry all the time? Wonder why. Let's get them over that. That procrastination, nail biting, obsessions. Sometimes people have OCDs and anxieties and they don't even know it, but everybody around them knows it. Panic attacks. My gosh, you know what? You're being controlled by life if you have panic attacks. High blood pressure. High blood pressure doesn't mean you need to take a pill. How about we need to relax better? Get rid of that inflammation. How about our relationships, our communication within each other and within ourselves? How about focus and concentration? Are you concentrate, or is your mind jumping from one thing to another and all the time? Do you have the motivation it takes to achieve things? We help you do that. How's your memory? Your memory doesn't get weaker as you get older. That's a fallacy. Your memory, you can remember everything that you ever done if you're trained right. How about the person that's a salesman? They want to increase their sales. Stop trying to be a salesman. Just be a great presenter. And once we show you how to do it, all of a sudden your clients don't feel like they've been sold anything at all, because I don't sell anything. I just present it. If it works for you, if it gives you value to your life, then there's an opportunity I'll work with you. How about your self-discipline and the self-esteem? How many times have you ever achieved anything without self-discipline and self-confidence and actually knowing how to do it? Most people fail because they don't know how to do something.
Well, he's going to give you a free 30 to 60-minute consultation. It comes along with a CD. It's a customized program that meets your needs. It's the best thing I've ever done in my entire life, because they went to the root of the problem, and that's what you got to do. And he won't let you fail. It's a lifetime guarantee. He has a 98% success rate. Give him a call now. He's off the air at 602-547-0446. You can check him out. It's hypnotic1.com. What are your final words?
Just do it. Go for it.
If Mikey can say, Mike, what is it?
Just go for it, and, pick up the phone, give us a call, and we're going to get rid of those problems.
I got it. If it's Nike could say it, then you could say it too. Just do it. Let's do something good for ourselves. 602-547-0446. It's hypnotic1.com. Call him right now.
You can't fail.